Up in this piece. Yo. Don't call it a comeback. Ablak's been here for years. What's going on? What's going on, family? Ablakk coming to you live. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the gig, at the training, on my little break. So I decided to give a quick Ablakk thought, you know what I'm saying, with a few weeks before camp, a few weeks before me and my younger big bro start shooting these storm warning joints. Figure, I just come through and reach out to the people. The people been wondering where we've been at and what's going on and stuff like that. So now, we just been taking a break. You know what I'm saying? Once the season was over and signing day was over, we as Storm Warner just felt like, we just wasn't gonna try to, push the issue on things. We just gonna sit back and chill. I was doing the maxed out joint, you know what I mean, chilling up there. And a lot of people asking my man Groove and about certain things. But yeah, I got a couple questions. People ask me, who I think will be the leading rusher this coming season. I was telling him if he stays healthy, I'm like, if he stays healthy, I think potentially it could be Don. If he stays healthy, if he lost, I think he maybe had to lose a couple pounds, maybe 2 to 5 pounds. I think Don could be that guy. You know what I'm saying? He has everything. He has almost every skill set. And I know he's improving as a pass pro in his pass pro as a protecting the quarterback. But I think Don has a very special skill set. If you watched him in the spring game, playing the position. So I know this very well. I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling y'all what I know. And if you never played running back, you can't dispute me on this because you wouldn't know, right? So when you haven't played as much as Don and you had a layoff, this thing called leg fatigue, it's leg fatigue. And you can see that in the way he's running, that he really doesn't have his legs yet. He still got sea legs a little bit. So he's still trying to find his way, still trying to find his balance. You know what I'm saying? Black Roberto is equilibrium with his legs, right? And so once he gets that back, he gets that confidence back, he gets that stamina back in his legs, you will see a more efficient runner who's more confident in his cuts and things like that. Because if you watch him in the spring game, he made good moves, good cuts, but every time he made a cut and exploded off, it always looked like he was, seesawing top heavy, like he was tilting, he was leaning forward, because he's off balance, because he doesn't have his legs right. He doesn't have his legs, and that just comes with repetition and more conditioning and stuff like that. I appreciate you, Panama. So I think once, over the summer, coming to fall camp, I think Don is going to be, I think he's going to be a monster. Now, all this is predicated on him staying healthy, of course, right? Like I said, if he stays healthy. And taking nothing away from Henry Pearson or the young man that transferred in from Nebraska, taking nothing away from them, because they're also good backs in their own right. Everybody has a different skill set. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different skill set. No running back is the same nowhere. You know what I'm saying? No running back is the same. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different skill set. You know what I'm saying? Barry Sanders' skill set is much different from Marshall Faulk's skill set, right? Marshall Faulk's skill set is different from Adrian Peterson's skill set, right? So everybody's different. I just think Don has the ability to be special. I really think he has the ability to be special. A lot of things have been going on. The Oklahoma coach, unprovoked, came out and attacked our coach. Whether it's true or not, yeah, we lost to Mississippi State. I'm saying Mississippi. Yeah, no, I'm tripping. Middle Tennessee State, excuse me. I am human. So excuse me. I'm not a narcissist. I don't claim to be perfect, because I'm not. So yes, Middle Tennessee State and Florida State. Yes, both of those statements were true. We lost to both of them, but it's irrelevant because you're at the Big 12 Media Day Conference. They talking about your 6-7 record, right? They ain't talking about an ACC school. They're talking about you. And don't throw stones if you look in the glass house because you got beat 49-0 to your rival. You got beat 49-0 to Texas. So talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Talk Oklahoma Sooner ball. Don't talk University of Miami Hurricane ball and our head coach. Period. You see what I'm saying? That's where you could differentiate, someone who's classy, who's integrity, and a person who lacks integrity. You know what I'm saying? Who lacks integrity. But he's cut from the same cloth for the guy he used to work for. You know what I'm saying? But and then, I may not agree with a lot of things Dion has done and has said, but as a player, I give him his props. You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest DB to play on the NFL level. Not saying I disagree with everything he's done as a coach, but some things I don't agree with. But one thing I do appreciate, about Dion, he's going to be a man all the time, and he's going to command respect. He's not going to tolerate disrespect, right? So when you call him by his first name, like he said, first of all, it's coach to you, just like it would be to anybody else. Coach Cristobal, Coach Saban, you know what I'm saying? Coach Smart, it's Coach Sanders or Coach Dion or Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? He's earned that, right? He's earned it. And it almost takes me to a video I saw on Twitter that my man posted, that my brother posted, Groove, and it was a video of two guys pretending they were blind, one white, one black, and they would walk up to people and kind of stick their hand out and touch them, and unanimously, when the white guy touched folk, they would be like, "Oh, put off real quick." But then they would grab his hand and guide him. But when the brother did it, they had this like real nasty look, like, ugh, oh my God. So that's for people who say that strong R word, racism, it doesn't exist. It shows you that it does. You know what I'm saying? In your everyday walk of life, right? Your everyday walk of life, your path, your workplace, right? Your workplace, whether you work in a company, you're a YouTuber, you work from home, whatever, it exists. In coaching, it exists. You know what I'm saying? It exists. So, it's here, and it's just the lack of respect that Venables shown to our coach and to Coach Prime is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. Yeah, and it's like, and I know I posted some things, that, like, yo, Ablakk is, we Storm Warner gonna bring that fire to shit, like we always do, you know what I mean? Like I said, nobody's off limits, but like I said, I've been coaching for a long time. I've been a player for a long time. I've been coaching for a long time. I critique players, whether they playing good or playing bad. I critique them. I'm fair, right? So on this platform, if a player's playing bad, I'm gonna critique it. You know what I'm saying? There's no malice intent behind it. But like, yo, if I'm watching and I see Don Chaney, and if I see that, he didn't play well, or he fumbled the ball a couple times, this, that, and the third, I'm going to address that. Don, you need to have better ball security, like I did with a Rooster, like I did with anybody else. Like, yo, you have to have better ball security. That's not me attacking anybody, right? I'm not attacking, I'm just critiquing. You know what I mean? Like, I got a son, I got two sons. They play ball. Trust me. My sons have been attacked by people, you know. Oh, they this, oh, they small, oh, this, they that. I don't trip about that. You know, I don't worry about that. My issue is only if you're gonna tell it, but make sure you tell it right. Make sure you're telling the truth. Don't put something on my boys, or I won't put nothing on the player that's not true. I'm not about inaccuracies. I'm not gonna do that. I'm never gonna lie on a young man, right? To get likes, to get views, anything like that. That's not what I do, because I stand on integrity, right? I stand on that. I stand on integrity. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem telling my son, yo, you played like some shit. See, I'm not that father. I'm not that father that's gonna baby him up, that daddy ball crap. I'm not gonna do that. If you play like some shit, I'm gonna tell both of them, yo, you stunk it up. And they know that, right? So if I tell my own sons that, you think I ain't gonna tell somebody that I watch that's getting paid? Some of these cats are getting paid millions of dollars now in college. They're not above criticism. And this ain't just for our players. Like, yo, like the storm warning, we gonna talk hurricane football, but our other little joints we gonna do under the umbrella of storm warning is gonna talk college football and talk players in college football. So everybody's free game. Not just, we at Storm One, we gonna talk football, we gonna talk Miami football. But our other joints, you know, if it ain't real, it ain't groove, he gonna talk whatever, I'm gonna talk whatever. See, my Ablakk thought isn't just football, it's just my thoughts of the day or what I'm thinking. You know, sometimes it'll be sports in there, you know, it'll be current events, you know, it'll be life lessons for young men. Like I did like almost an hour show talking to the young man whose girlfriend went to ECU and he wanted to get let out his scholarship. I did a whole show, a whole Ablakk thought, talking to that young man about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, one thing for sure, two things for certain. If y'all don't know, like, yo, I'm one of the coolest cats you'll ever meet. I'm one of the coolest down-to-earth dudes you'll ever meet. But one thing Black doesn't do, Black don't do phony, and Black don't do disrespect. Period. I'm always keeping 100 with everybody. You ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you the answer. If I don't have the answer, give me some time and I'll get the answer for you and come back to you. Right? I ain't gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna say something it is when it ain't. Right? So now let's get back to some football real quick. I did a fantasy draft. Y'all know me. Well, some of you don't know me, but you know me. I'm a real football guy. I don't do fantasy football. So I did a fantasy football draft yesterday, just like, you know, before the season start. I don't know what to do, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. So, yeah. So, you know, I picked Jahmyr Gibbs, Lamar Jackson, Amari Cooper, Odell Beckham, Zay Flowers, Jerry Jeudy. I had the Ravens defense. I took Gus Edwards. I took Likely as tight end. I took, I think, D. Kennard or something, a tight end from Utah. And I forgot who else I may have taken. I don't know. I'm like, yo, I'm just doing this for fun. Y'all feel me? I'm doing this for fun. So it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. I did it for fun. You know what I mean? It was a good experience. I do it. You know what I'm saying? Just to have fun and whatnot. But, you know, moving forward, like, yeah, I'm expecting big things from certain players this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting Kobe Young to build off of what he did last season, how he continued through the spring, and hopefully through the summer and fall camp. I'm expecting him to take that next step. You know what I'm saying? To go from good to elite. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm still waiting for X to take that step. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him. You know what I'm saying? If he's taking that next step, it just bodes well for the offense. You know what I mean? I want to see Brashard get busy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Jacoby George maximize and realize and fulfill his potential. and all the other young guys that are coming in, the transfer. You know what I'm saying? Who's the second coming of the cheetah, right? You know what I'm saying? Runs a 4.2. I want to see all these dudes take a next step, because if they take that next step, guess what that does for our offense? It makes our offense that much better, right? It improves our offense tremendously. I want to see the offensive line develop. I want to see them do better. You know what I mean? I want to see them do better. Secondary, not really worried about Cam. Still want to see Cam improve, see him take take a step. You should always, every year, you should want to get better. You look at the safeties from from past to present, right? The ones that they consider, the greats, every year they've gotten better. If you look at Ed Reed from his freshman year to his sophomore year to his junior year to his senior year, he improved every year. So I want to see Cam take that next step. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, he's already a bona fide leader. That goes without saying. Tremendous leader. Love him. I want to see him take that next step on the field. You know what I mean? Take that next step. I want to see James Williams fulfill his potential and see that young man take a next step. You know what I mean? If tackling was an issue due to the shoulder, it's fixed now. I would like to see his tackling improve. Want to see the cornerback play better. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the corners play a little better. Yeah, man. I just, overall, I just want to see cats improve their games to put themselves in the best position possible to change their dynamic, to change their life, to change their family lives. You know what I'm saying? Well, when I say corners, I mean all the corners. You know what I'm saying? Because we got so many Lakers all day. We got so many. So yeah, Porter is one of my guys. Like Porter, one of my favorites. So yeah, Porter and the rest of the corners. When I mean corners, I mean all of them. Because there's so many that can play, right? So I just want to see the overall cornerback room improve. You know what I'm saying? Improve in everything, man, and zone coverage, right? I want to see overall improvement from the corner position. And who's going to step up and fulfill that other safety role? You know what I mean? Who's it going to be? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be Williams, it's going to be Harris, How they going to use James Williams, The linebacker unit, Kiko and God, what's the young man that everybody be ragging on, but he's smart as a mug. He's real smart. God, it's skipping. Number 11, I know that. I know it's number 11. God, his name is skipping my mental right now. Cuban, what is the sleeper position? It's a good question. Could be the slots, yo. Flag, there you go, Flag. Flag is not bad. Flag is not a bad player. He's a smart player. Flag is a very smart player. He's instinctive, but, sometimes, everybody has deficiencies, right? Everybody has deficiencies. So he has to study more, you know what I'm saying? And look at the offense tendencies, you know what I'm saying? To be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Anticipate plays, his anticipation, and stuff like that. But the sleeper position, that's a good question. Excuse me, that's a good question. It could be slots. It could be the slot receivers, because our slot receivers really haven't produced on that level. It could be any position on the O-line. It could be the center position, right? It could be the left tackles or the left tackle or the guards. But sleep position, I'll say, is the it's either gonna be DBs or running back. So it's one of the two. I would say true. I would say true to who I am. But if it all comes together, I think the offense will be fine. If it all comes together, I think the offense will be fine. But when in doubt, everything's gonna be predicated on how that offensive line goes, bro, and how the offensive line plays. Tight end is a good sleeper. You know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's very crucial and pivotal that Arroyo is fully healthy, and Arroyo is fully healthy. If he's fully healthy, that tight end room just took a step up because he could be elite. He could be elite. Do you let me see? Do you think we should have gotten a 6'5" wide receiver? I think we 6'5" wide receivers don't grow on trees. Like 6'5" wide receivers don't grow on trees. That's like an anomaly. You know what I mean? It's an anomaly. They don't grow on trees. Like you could probably count on one hand how many 6'5" receivers there's been in the NFL that were productive. Calvin Johnson was 6'4", 6'5"? I mean, 6'7" is not an anomaly. I mean, it's an anomaly. They're rare. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that could be neutralized by angles and stuff like that playing DB. Because Darrelle Revis, even though Darrelle Revis is special, excuse me, even though Darrelle Revis is special, he shut down Calvin, Randy, Chad, and T.O., right? He helped. So a lot of things, but it would be nice to have one. This cycle, we're trying to recruit a lot more receivers with height and size, that height, size, speed ratio. So, I ain't really tripping about going out here and getting a 6'7" dude. Because if you get a 6'7" dude and he's big and you put weight on him, you might just wind up, depending on how he's built, you might wind up moving him inside to H-back tight end and stuff like that and let him work the seams and things of that nature. That's the mismatch on linebackers and safeties at times. Yeah, but that's what I said. I don't know if you just got in here, Tales of a Father. That's what I said about Flag. I said he's very smart and instinctive. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is he lacks foot speed. So, there's a role for him. I mean, he's not a 3-down linebacker, right? He's a 2-down linebacker. But nowadays, in this day and age of football, most teams come out 4 wide, 5 wide. It's not like back in the day where it was double tight, single back, or I formation, pro style. You know what I'm saying? Then on third down, you go 3 wides. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight, whatever. Then you take him out, put in a nickel back or whatever. It's different. You know what I mean? It's different. So that's his deficiency. Everybody has a deficiency in their game. Everybody has a deficiency in their game. So, but he's smart. You know what I'm saying? He's smart. He knows where to be. Sometimes it's, his foot speed may cause him to get there a step behind. So that's why I always say, like when I coached and I would tell my D coordinator, I'm like, hey, tell so-and-so, he need to take a half a step to his left outside. We know they're going outside, so he's already there, so he can get there faster. There's nothing wrong with that. Just a subtle, just not noticeable, just a subtle shift in your alignment, so you enable you to get to the play faster. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. But the season's here, fellas. The season's here. A couple weeks, fall camp will be starting. Yeah, Zach Thomas was a beast, yo. Zach Thomas was a beast, and it's all about evaluating talent. And that was Jimmy Johnson, the best, probably the best to ever do it, if not the best to ever do it as far as talent evaluation. Or, talent evaluation. But also Zach Thomas, I believe, is a Hall of Famer too, correct? If I'm not wrong. Isn't Zach Taylor, I'm saying Zach Taylor. Pardon me. Zach Thomas. Wasn't he inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe? But he was a baller. He was definitely a baller. But nah, man, we got some interesting things coming this year, this football season. Me and my boy, we gonna be at it. You know how we do. We go at each other's We go at each other's throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should see the conversations we have off the air. Y'all should see the conversations we have off the air when we on the phone and we be going at it. And then 20 seconds later, one of us will call each other and be like, yo, did you see this? Did you see that? You know, because that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. It's my brother. You know, he loved me. I love him. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a relationship. You know, we got a friendship that's been organic and built over years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got so much content, phone content, that we've been doing this for a minute. You know what I mean? Until we started going on Facebook and doing Facebook Live stuff and stuff like that. You know, before we was eventually looked out for. You know, folks looked out and helped us get on this platform. And now we here. You know what I'm saying? And now we here. You know, doing, just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Having fun with it. That's all I do. I come up here, have fun with it, give my perspective. I know what I know. What I don't know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's going to be committing. I don't know all of that. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all come up here and ask me, Black, who going to be, I don't know who going to be committing next. I don't know that. That's not my lane. My lane is just knowing the game of football. You know what I'm saying? That's my game. Knowing the game of football, you know what I'm saying? Be able to speak knowledgeably, about the game and about the positions that are near and dear to me and that I played. That's all I can give you. And, everyday views, things that's going on out in the world and in the community, stuff like that. That's what I'm going to give you always. It's a lot of other stuff I couldn't say right now, but it's a good day out here, man. The sun is shining. You know what I'm saying? The sun is shining. It's hot out here though. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely hot out here, but I had to come out here and give this brief Ablakk thought storm warning production. But we definitely, we about to, hold on, let me get this question. What do you think about Brown as quarterback one? Hey, I like Brown. I think Brown's going to be just fine. Brown's a winner. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I say everybody, but a lot of people were ready to throw him to the trash can because of a spring game performance. Never mind how he improved during the spring. And how he improved as a passer during the spring and how he did in the scrimmages. Yeah, he didn't have the best spring game. Okay. Well, guess what? Ken Dorsey didn't have the best national championship game neither. But that don't stop people from saying from certain people saying he's the best quarterback to ever play at Miami. Right? You're going to have those games, bro. If you play the game long enough, you're going to fumble. You're going to get a touchdown called on you. You're going to throw an interception. You're going to miss a tackle. You're going to miss a block, right? If you play the game long enough, or if you play the game, period. So, but I think he's going to be fine as QB1. He continues to develop. He's a winner. He may not have the 300-yard passing games back to back, but he may have a stat line of 200 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns. Would y'all be happy with that? And we got the W. So would you be happy with that? If he gave you that every game, 250 passing, 90 to 100 yards rushing, maybe 60 to 100 yards rushing, couple scores, and we win. Would y'all be happy with that? Or do you need the guy that's a stat filler and we're not winning? I think we all want winners, right? I think we all want winners. We all want a cat that's going to win. That's going to put a W. That's going to put a W on that scoreboard for us. In that win-loss column. We all want winners, yo. We all want winners. So personally, in my opinion, for me, I would definitely be happy with that. Shit. Even if one game he only gave me 180 yards passing, but he gave me 100 yards rushing and and I got and he got 3 scores, 2 in the air and 1 on the ground. Not to mention if the running back scored, then we still win. I'm okay with that. You know why? Because we won. Because we won. Because we won the game. So I'll definitely be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely be okay with that. Because he's a winner, and just because he had, he had a subpar spring game. But guess what? I bet you he understands. I bet you he knows that. No one knows that more than that young man. That his spring game wasn't what he wanted to put out there for us. So he knows that. He knows that. But for some of the fans to just want to throw him away like he trash, like he garbage. That ain't cool. Like that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like y'all forget how he played when he went to Georgia Tech. How he played. Everybody was, oh yeah, he the second coming. He this, he that. And then when he played Clemson, mind you, he played Clemson. And it's not that he didn't fare so well. The whole team didn't fare well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, John, but I ain't gonna get no heat stroke. I'm built for this, baby. You know that, John. You know that, John. I'm built for this heat. But the whole team didn't play well against Clemson. You know what I'm saying? The whole team didn't play well. So it just wasn't him. But and I'm about to go, and it's like that. It's almost like with the black quarterback, there's always something, right? So if you saw Ja'Cory Brown or Lamar Jackson, right, or Jalen Hurts or Justin Fields, right, you saw them walking on water, they'll say, "Oh yeah, he walking on water because he can't swim," right? You know what I'm saying? He walking on water because he can't swim. Or if they're in a game and they have a high passer rating one game, then the narrative would be, oh yeah, well the passer rating was only that high because they was afraid of them running. You see what I'm saying? Like that's the narrative that they would spin. Oh, he walking on water because he can't swim. Oh, they passer rating was only high that game because they was afraid of them running. Like, come on, man. When are y'all just gonna say, you know what, them dudes can play, and they have a special ability that a lot of quarterbacks wish that they had. Peyton Manning says it all the time. If I could run like any of them, he said, yeah, I'll be running. I would be running. So it's always a different narrative. It's never, yo, you could ball. It's always, you could do it. Yeah, he did that, but it's always a but. Yeah, he did this, but. You know what I'm saying? So with Ja'Cory, I know that young man gonna go to work like he's been working. He's been a winner all through high school. He's been a winner. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about him. When eventually the reins get passed to him, I think he's gonna be fine. Little recruiting. I've always said, my favorite guy so far that's left on the board is Dylan Stewart. He's the best player right now to me. Definitely the best defensive player in the country, hands down. And I ain't telling you because I watched this film. I know personally because guess what? I lived in that area and I seen him play several times, right? And most recently against my son's old high school. So I've seen it. You give me a D in this class that you know of that's 6'4", 6'5", 230, built like him, and they take him and put him at middle linebacker for the whole second half of a game, and he looked like he a natural there. Like, yeah. But, I don't claim to know things, but I know people who know people. You know, my brother is real cool, real cool. My man, he's like my brother. He's real, very tight with the friendships head coach. With the friendships head coach, very tight to the point where when he knew I was transferring my boys, mind you, he just saw my son play against his team and shut down one of his best receivers. He told my brother, he's like, yo, make sure you tell your brother, yo, if he go before he go anywhere, you give friendship a look. You give us the first look. So yeah. So I'm just gonna say that. So I can get information if I want to get information to find out what's going on, but I ain't no need. He gonna go where he want to go. I don't need to know. I'll know when it's time to know. But cats in the DMV, like our youth teams up there, our youth programs is like that. Like everybody say about the youth programs, but I know the Marshall Heights, the Beacon House Falcons, the Wacken Hornets, the White Oak, Southeast Tar Heels, Hyattsville Hawks. They've all been to Florida and won the Super Bowl. They've all been to Florida and won the Super Bowl. How you doing? Yeah, they've all been down there and won the Pop won the Super Bowl, the AYF Super Bowl, and they've played against teams in Florida and Dade, Liberty City. I got, they've all played, you know what I mean? So, the grassroots programs, that's what feeds your high school, man. That's where all the talent comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's where the talent comes from. But like I always said, if the players in the DMV, if they're good enough to go to every other Power 5 school in the country, then they're good enough to go to Miami. And I've always said Miami needs to get a strong presence up in the DMV area and start getting guys from up there to commit and sign. You get inroads to DMV, you're going to get some dogs. You're going to get some dogs. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's about time they hit the ground running and get some foot trails up in the DMV area. You know what I'm saying? And now, well, they already got that here in my undisclosed location. I ain't gonna disclose my secret location to the Batcave right now. But yeah. But my time is running out, fellas. I just wanted to give y'all this brief Ablakk thought. I know y'all been wondering where I've been, where my bro been. Be on the lookout for the Storm Warner show. We coming, probably shoot it maybe in the next week and a half. We're gonna come with some stuff. We're gonna drop some jewels on y'all, some things we've been working on, some things we've been talking about. Just got to put that stuff into fruition, put that thing in action. But I'm glad to see everybody that stopped through. You know what I'm saying? You'll see me a lot more. You'll see me a lot more. I'll probably try to do these maybe twice a week, get that algorithm going. A lot of things have been happening. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things have been happening. But I'm gonna roll with it. Got things I'm doing. Got 2 sons I gotta get right, get straight. You know what I mean? That's always my focus. But yeah. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Yeah, y'all like that charm? Don't look. That charm. Y'all like that? But no. But like the title says, don't call it a comeback. You know what I'm saying? Don't call it a comeback. I've been here in my LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? But what'd he say? Not this time, but next time, I'ma name names. LL, shit from on top of the game. But I got you. But nah, peace and love and hair grease. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man. Shout out to Pedro, Wingo, John, Negus, everybody else. MAX, shout out to Max, whatever. Yo, it's so hot in this building, yo. before I closed, like, it was so hot in here. Like, yo, it was freezing in this building. Now today, it's like, it's nicer outside than it is in this training room, bro. It's wild in this piece, yo. But but nah, B, hey, I may stop back tonight, you know what I'm saying, and drop something else. I may have some different things on my chest that I want to get off my chest. But I'm about to step on this elevator. Peace, love, and hair grease. And I'll catch up with y'all on the next go round.